We've got the 10-volt trimmer or pruning shears from KOHAM here, KOHAM. This is the 10.8 volt. And what we're going to do is show you how to change the blades. So if you get to the point where you need to change the blades, now you'll know how to do it. All right, so first, obviously, make sure that it's turned off. You may have to turn it on to open the blades and then turn it off and remove the battery. That's fine too. So we'll flip it over and you're going to start back here. And all these tools are included with it, you'll remember. So we're going to just go ahead and use these to take this off. Okay. Just be careful not to lose any of the hardware, of course. And the nice thing is, again, that all this stuff is in here, and I don't think you're going to need to do this often unless you're really using it a lot. All right, almost there. Okay, there we go, got it. So, flip it over, and now we got a couple bolts to remove here. So first we'll take this larger Allen wrench that comes with it, and take this one off. Okay, again here, we really want to be careful that we don't lose any of these gears, because obviously those are important. I'm going to leave it there, it's going to be easier to get after we do this. So we take the biggest wrench, and that only fits on there in one way. We'll turn this one. You don't need a, these are all normal threads, you don't need to reverse or do anything strange like that, which can always be confusing. All right, we'll get that off of there. So there we go. So then you just go ahead and remove these, pick them up. You can see they're actually two pieces. Put your new ones on. Make sure that one lines up where it's in that little hole when you do get it on here, okay? So then we'll just put it back together. So putting it back together just involves, and this would, if you really had used this a lot, this would be a good time to go ahead and put some more grease down here, some type of lubrication. You can see this is actually a pretty thick grease that they put on here, so I guess I'd stay with that when it comes to that spot. Make sure it's greased up really good. Okay, you can see that it goes back on there, and then we're just going to go ahead and do everything in reverse, kind of. So I think it's probably easier to spin this one down first. Let's move this guy after all. So we'll move this little guy again, because I think it's going to end up getting in the way. All right, so go ahead, spin this back on, right? We put this one, you tighten it. I wouldn't go crazy on over tightening it. Put this little gear back down so that it's actually lined up inside that gear like you want it. Put the Allen wrench back on, or the Allen bolt. You have to make sure it lines up, which may take a second here. So you just go ahead and line that up. And it looks like it's not cooperating. So let me see if I don't have it. Oh, I can see now that it's not in the right place. So I probably over tighten this. There, move it back, and then tighten it down so that you can see that that hole is in the spot where it's going to be able to go in. All right. So now it should go back in there easily. Yep, no problem now. So if you're running into problems like that, just make sure things are lining up like they should. All right, so I'm not going to go through the rest of it because I'm sure you're bored of watching me screw things in. All you're going to do is put this back on. You can see it only goes on one way. Just put it on here. You put those down, you know, you'll screw each one of these down, you'll be good to go. Also, just make sure to use some sort of bar, like chain oil from a chainsaw on the actual blades. You could use like a white lithium, a product like that. Just you need to kind of make sure that these are greased or oiled on a regular basis. All right, so that's it. The brand KOHAM, K-O-H-A-M. This is the 10.8 volt electric pruner.